I wasn't sure if that was coming up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't sure if we were gonna see LA Knight. uh yo, welcome. If it's your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back to the SGO Press Pass. My name is Curtis Russell, senior editor here at Sports Gamers Online. I'm joined by my beautiful panel, Brandon Satterwhite, Mike Knox, Triple X, Mike Knox, the OTC in the building to talk loads about Madden. Mike, are you there? You having some technical issues?
No, I'm here. I'm here. I was
Oh,
literally
okay.
playing a game when we started on air.
Good.
So
Good. Brandon's still having a little bit of internet issues. We might have him kind of in and out here, but hopefully on his expertise on Madden. Of course, we're talking loads of Madden. We have some college football things to talk about. We got some NHL stuff to talk about. Yes, NHL stuff to talk about. You guys are always in here talking about when do you have NHL news? NHL 25. We got some news on that. And then, of course, a little bit of there's a return of a beloved franchise, sports franchise, and then we have viewer questions leading toward the end. I'm going to save and just not do what have we been playing because I know what we all been playing, and I haven't been
do
playing
you really
anything.
know what we all been playing? Do
I
you
I
really?
do, I do. Honestly,
Do
I do.
you?
I do.
Do you?
I know I'm not playing anything weird and different, so that that whole segment is not even fun anymore. Um, but it is football season, so you're either playing college football or you're playing Madden. So let's just jump right into it. Madden.
Yeah.
It's getting the mixed reviews, especially from Steam. It seems like the PC version is not there goes Brandon, he's gone. It seems like it's getting mixed reviews on Steam. It's already not that great. Um, you guys have seen our review on
But that's
Sports
Steam.
Gamers
Who cares
Online.
about PC gamers on? I mean, who cares about sports PC gamers?
I was just
No,
about to say, who cares about
that's
sports?
all.
Like,
That's
yeah,
not PC gamers I'm making fun of because I mean that a lot of people game on PC. Shit,
yeah,
probably more than console or
yeah,
close to it, right? But sports PC gamers, that's a stretch.
yeah. It's shit, but the port for the Madden port on PC is never good. It's
Well,
never
this
good.
should have actually made a PC version though for the
Yeah,
first time. They
yeah.
didn't do that for college,
Mm-mm.
right?
No, they didn't.
There it is, Brandon.
He's just in it.
See, I was drunk 2 weeks ago. It was my birthday. Brandon's excuse is his internet's ass right now until he gets into his new house and get it up and running, y'all. It's
Yeah.
not that he's like this. He's just in a new area, and unfortunately, they don't have
Mhm.
great, internet providers like
He's in a
say
very
my company
rural
that I work
area.
for. You know,
Yeah, very rural area. Um, what's up, Steven? It's nice having you, man. Nice having you back. All right, let's talk about the review, right? So I know you've been playing the game, right, Mike? Unless for some reason you're not been playing the game,
no, that's
that would make
literally all I've been playing.
okay. Good. We gave it an 8 out of 10. Some people have been saying we've been paid
I
off by
thought that was a
Electronic
very
Arts.
high score,
Very
and literally on my show yesterday. On the Mike Knox Show. You can follow the Mike Knox Show on Mike Knox Fox YouTube channel as well. I called out the natural on that show for giving this Madden an 8 out of 10.
Well, it wasn't him that gave 8 out of 10.
Oh, I'm sorry, the reviewer. I apologize. I did say natural
Chris.
though.
Yeah, you was like natural. Da, da, da. It did go up on our website. A lot of people are saying we were paid by EA. I wish we were. And you guys might say the same thing about my FIFA review if it's still if it's good.
Well, people are gonna hate regardless. So
What'd you say?
people are gonna hate regardless.
Yeah, they're gonna hate. They're gonna hate.
But it's something that I'm learning though. I don't think no game, especially sports games, right? And most importantly, let me rephrase that. Madden sports game or EA sports titles should get a fair review until the first big update comes out because I'm frankly in belief that NCAA was a beta version of the game. And then last week they put that update out, and that
Mhm.
was the real version of the game. Madden right now is completely, in my opinion, just that's all I have. No one pays me. Trust me, I wish they do. I would have more belts behind me. Um,
Mhm.
is a beta because it's that fucking bad. It's
Mm.
that horrible. You can see the greatness in it. At least I think it has greatness in it. But what I'm playing currently, as much as I played the piece of shit, and it's not just because I'm losing, okay? But it's flat out. I have on several occasions. I thought we made fun of NCAA and how those guys reacted. I record things on purpose because I always think it's funny when you look on the internet and you got all these funny glitches and things. That never happens to me.
Yeah.
But what I am getting clearly is defenders not even moving.
Mm.
The ball is hiked and they will just sit still, and receivers are right past them. You know what I mean? And then the biggest problem with these games overall is the fact that YouTubers want to make a name for themselves, and they constantly come out and say, "Oh, here go this play, here go that play, here go this play." You got 424 views. No one gives a fuck about what you think about that game because you got 541 views with 7 subscribers, which means you paid for them shits.
Yeah. With 7 subscribers, that's crazy. that is crazy. Well, and this is probably the first time because I've been doing this with you for about maybe 2, maybe even going on 3
Almost close to
years.
3 years, yeah.
Yeah, and I can count on you being super positive about Madden, and even on your birthday, you were very negative towards college football, which caught me off. I didn't think I was getting that, and then you're trashing Madden.
I
What's going
mean,
on? What's going on, Mike?
Chris says, he don't think it's bad this year. Just need another football game.
Yeah.
And I question Chris to say, well, are you playing online or offline? I think people have to put things in perspective when we're playing games, right? Especially online games, because there's a difference between the two.
Yeah.
When I'm playing uh offline, it's not as bad as it is when I'm playing online. I had a motto when it came to college where don't get mad, just wait for the update. It's just what it is. Just have fun with it. It's pretty fucking horrible. Madden is exactly the same thing. And yes, people, I know you don't want to believe this. I've said this for 3 years, and here's the proof in the pudding. So come get a taste. I know that you love it from the smile on my face. College football and Madden are the same fucking game with just different kind of kinks in it. Now, I get it. Your kink is your kink. So, I mean, who am I to tell you if you like hot wax in your nipples, that's you. Okay? That's your kink. I'm not going to mess with you for that. You know what I mean? If you like midgets with masks going, hey, that's your thing, not mine. However, you cannot sit here and tell me ever that they're not identical games because they are exactly identical. Only difference is hot routes. That is it. And one's faster than the other.
I'm gonna.
Are you just sitting there looking at us?
Yeah, I was about.
Okay.
I was about to say, Brandon. I don't even. And if you can get it out, we know your internet situation. If you can get it out, what do you think about this year's Madden?
Yeah, I am not a huge fan of this year's game. I much preferred Madden 24. Madden 25 feels a lot slower, and I know I said it when college football came out. I like the faster movement. And like Mike was talking about, defense just feels awful. Playing zone, playing man, no matter what, the AI feels awful.
So it is just. I mean, JB here says Madden isn't bad. It's unplayable in its current state online, and offline is there's no defense. NCAA is more polished game. So from what I'm gaining, because I don't
I would
play.
100% disagree with that, though. With that
You
statement.
disagree with that?
I'm going to tell you why. The last part, the NCAA being more polished. I'm going to continue to say this as much as people don't want to believe it because you guys hate Madden. All right? They will never make NCAA better than Madden football. Yes, this year it may make more money because it's been gone for 10 years. And I still think by the end of the year, Madden will still have made more money than it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Money.
It just will never be made better. They're never going to make a college game better than the pros. You know why? Because the NFL pays them to make sure it doesn't happen that way. Okay. That college football game, okay, personally, I think was made trash on purpose just so that Madden could shine above it. They figured no matter what, people are going to buy that game no matter what. We were going to buy college no matter what the fuck the game was and what it, because we hadn't had college in 10 years. Okay. But however, I will give them credit. That first update made college a little bit more playable. However, for me, it was too late by that point because Madden had came out. You know what I mean? And now that Madden's out, I don't want to go back and play college unless I'm playing in a dynasty with somebody. And I'm just waiting for Madden to do their update because it needs that update. It really is. It's an unplayable game right now because it's nothing but a bunch of glitches. When you can do the cheat, how do you call it? Whatever those, I don't know why they call them cheat routes. right? And they call them, Brandon, the little blue routes that they run out the way. Every single time. If you haven't noticed, I'm sorry, I'm acting like them YouTubers that give out secrets. If you run a cheat route, no matter what fucking you do, somebody's going to be open because the game is flawed. It has no defensive pursuit. It's an entirely offensive game. And you cannot play football with only offense unless you're. And the fact that this, and I know people out there who are Madden stick pros. I get it. You got a lot of lube in the back. I understand your hand is all loosed up. Your hands is nice and firm. Nobody has time to go individually make somebody do an assignment. It's a fucking game. I'm supposed to be able to call a cover 2 and it acts like a cover 2. I'm supposed to be able to call a cover 3 and it's a cover 3. I'm supposed to be able to call a man, and as long as my man is, speed with speed, should be able to keep up with you. No, guarantee you they're going to 15 yards every game, every play, unless you are blitzing repeatedly and you hope to get in, somebody's going to be wide open in the game. Your only way to win that game on defense is to hope somebody F's up and get an interception.
And the cynic in me is just like,
and the MCS was playing for money this past weekend on this game. Before the game even came out, they were playing for thousands of dollars.
Jesus. And you're playing on this in its current state. You're playing for that type of money in its current state. At a high level, too. It's a high level competition. I guess, like I was saying before, the cynic in me is like, well, we're talking about updates that probably should have been. The game should have been updated before it was launched. To be honest with you, we shouldn't have to wait for 2 weeks for a massive update for the game to get updated to be playable. So in NCAA's case, which we'll talk about here in a minute, it had a massive update that changed loads of things, especially with Dynasty mode, like Brandon was talking about in his article. But it did present some new issues. But even before that, like, it should have already been updated to the point that, the game was at least polished enough to play. You know what I mean? Over a number of years, it isn't a problem. In other words, copy and paste.
I'm just confused by that. Because and I ask this because I do. Let's be real. We live in a world of trollers, and I don't know you, Michael, and I appreciate you listening to the program. And let me say what I say every single show. The thoughts and opinions of Mike Knox belong solely to Mike Knox, and does not represent everybody a part of Unpopular Review. That's how many shows I do. Sports Gamers Online.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no way that game this year, Madden, is a copy and paste game from last year. It's not. It's not. Okay. And yes, they developed that game for 10 years. Guess what, sir? You're incorrect. They did not develop that game for 10 years. They developed that game for the last 2.5 years. Okay. That's a fact. Not an opinion. That's a fact. Okay. So what you're saying there, buddy, I get it. That's why I say you're just like to hate on shit. You know what I mean? That you play it. And you know what I mean? That you play it. You can't play a game. We had to come up there earlier too for 3 hours and say the game is really trash. You can't even get your feet wet in 3 hours, truly be told. You got to be able to get to the ins and outs, the intricate things. Now, I'm not saying the game ain't trash, because it is. Okay, I'm just saying you need a little bit more time than 3 hours. And definitely that game is not a copy and paste. That's all I'm saying.
I completely agree. When with games that come out yearly, whether it's like a game that is like Madden, FIFA, or even Assassin's Creed, or used to be Assassin's Creed, they would actually be working on the foundations of the next game 2 or 3 years out. Like EA Sports could be working on like EAFC 28, like some of the foundational work. That's how they're able to pump out the games yearly like that. It's the same thing with Madden.
They say as soon as the one game come out, they're already starting on next year. I call bullshit in that. There's no fucking way. You know what I mean? No. So I get it. And in all fairness, right? Into Michael's comment, he's a Michael, I'm a Michael, which means he's great like the Lord, right? I have my kids, right? Kids see things differently than adults do. Yeah. My son comes in and goes, "This Madden looks like last year's Madden, Dad." And I kind of got offended because to me it doesn't look like last year's Madden. It's wave, the colors is better. I like, well, Dragon Ball Z games will look the same, but y'all still buy every single Dragon Ball Z game, right? But then a Dragon Ball Z player will tell me, because I don't play that game so much, it really ain't the same game. But to the naked eye, it is the same game,
Cowboy says now that the dust is settled, Madden and copy and paste of last year, and you just kind of answered that a little bit.
It's not. Brandon, you tell him, I'm the black aggressive guy.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's copy and paste. Like I said, gameplay just feels awful. Just for me, it just feels terrible. You see guys literally just their assignments completely. They don't even try to look for work, which has been an issue in the past with Madden as well. But there are things that I do like about this year's Madden. I think the presentation's the best it's been in several years. I do like some of the stuff that they added to franchise, but overall, the gameplay is just in an awful state right now.
This just ain't good. And so our 8 out of 10. What do you think, Matt? Brandon, did you read the review or checked out the review? What do you think about us giving it an 8 out of 10? And Chris is a good reviewer. You know, Chris has been around longer than me at SBO, and he's a good reviewer.
Yeah, and if one person reviews a game, we'll always give a different review or score than someone else who reviews a game. So I don't put much stock into the score. I more so was listening to what he was actually saying, and I agreed with a lot of what he said in terms of, like I said, he said the same thing I did about presentation. It's the best it's been since probably the days of the PS3 games. But gameplay wise, it's slower, and zone and coverage is kind of in a bad state right
now. I agree with. I'm with you, Brandon, and I find it, because I'm not part of the writing team and things like that. You know what I mean? So I try to, every time we do something and something's out there, I like it and retweet it and everything as fast as I can. And as soon as it came up, I went and listened to it. Actually, I work from home. I put my let me stop, but I just say I listened to it while I was at work. And so I agree with him. A lot of things he said was accurate. You know what I mean? From the naked eye, it's a beautiful game. You know what I mean? I like the changes. The problem with the video game is, I think I saw a comment, the defense is fucking broken. Okay? And you can't play a game without defense. And what bothered me is, I think somebody said something about last year's game compared to this one. Last year's game, you could actually tell who the F your quarterback was versus a good quarterback versus a non-good quarterback. And right now, I can't tell the difference. I've played with 6 different quarterbacks, and they all do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Just Patrick Mahomes has a little bit of a better arm. You know what I mean? But you can go with any quarterback there, and it gives me the same animations, the same. There's no, like in college, I give college that. You can definitely tell when you're playing with a good quarterback versus a bad quarterback. And this, I can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and what you said is true. We spend all this money as gamers on things. I should not have to wait for a fucking update, bars, to play a game the way it's supposed to be played. But I 100% believe that this game is it's a beta. I don't know why they do this, and they do it every single year with EA titles. That's a fact. Every year the drops are mid to terrible, and then you hope to get from good to okay. You know what I mean? NHL isn't never all this bad all the time. It's Madden is. This is the first time ever I complained so much. I had friends tell me, "Yo, please, dog, just turn the game off." And I'm sitting here like it's that disappointing. You know what I mean? And it has. And I'll say it again. It has nothing to do with me losing. Okay. Last year I went 93-37 online. Okay. This year I've already lost 17 fucking games. Okay. And I'm losing games because dumbass plays are just wide open. Every single fucking time. Cover 3, cover 4. I don't care if you hide your coverage shell. That don't mean shit. Because if you hide it too wrong, first of all, there's no man align. Even though it says man align, doesn't man align. Okay? You base align, that's a base align. I just was playing before we got on here. I got man-to-man cover 2 over top. Or you're talking about the 2 blue zones back. So he got the receiver and the slot receiver. And I had the lines of who's guarding who. This guy's over him, the slot receivers over the corner, the outside receivers over the, and the lines are crossed. Why do I have to uncross them to have them line up properly? Doesn't matter if it's fault, it doesn't matter if it's base, doesn't matter if it's man. It's a 100% broken game, and I've never ever felt like this about, man. You said it. I've been doing this with you almost 2.5, 3 years. This game is shit. It really is shit, and I play it because I just love football so fucking much that I have no other fucking choice. And for the first time ever, I hear everybody out there speaking. I've always said, competition is great, but this is the first time I can truly say, fuck you, Madden. 'Cause this is, I spend too much money. I spend too much money on this shit. You know what I mean? Granted, I only spend $135 for 2 football games, but I got 2 football games that are a piece of shit.
You guys, shout out to the chat. You guys are putting in some really good questions, and you guys are really putting it. I'm like starring a lot of this stuff because I'm like, you guys are really adding a lot to the conversation, and I cannot wait to get to some of these. So real quick, we're not even going to talk about that. So this, okay. Chris Bryant says, what is with this? Presentation is better coming from. I don't care what kind of
the
game
Chris
it
Bryant?
is. No, not the. I'm pretty sure that's that. I don't care what EA Sports game it is. It's always better presentation. Always. They always nail presentation every year. They have all the license to do it. Whether it's EAFC, Madden, NHL, they always smoke the presentation. So yeah, I even as a person who hasn't played Madden yet, oh yeah, totally. Even
Chris,
playing college football, yeah.
I say this to him, Chris. It's like saying if you're a wrestling fan, AEW is a better wrestling company. Okay, that's up for interpretation. What you cannot say is that AEW has better presentation because it doesn't. Saying WWE doesn't have good presentation, that's like saying Madden doesn't have. It does. It actually does. The commentary, the chick that's talking on there, the commentary teams, it is far and above better in every aspect of the game. It feels when I'm playing the game, the things I see on the field, that's what I see on Sunday. So I always ask this question. I just said it earlier, and again, I don't know what you did. Please don't go away from us. Come back, like, follow, subscribe. I always say you don't like it, listen anyway. I don't think you played the game because what are you seeing? Are you Stevie Wonder? Are you blind? Can you see? You need to wear some glasses like DMC. I'm sorry, I'm too old. Some bars right there. That ain't mine. Let's run DMCs.
Glow Boy said for EA to only be to be the only football, and for Madden, I guess he meant game. For Madden 12 and AI is better than Madden 25. And then Terrence said, do you think 2K will come back based on your article? So if you guys missed it, I think it was during the time we were talking about college football. EA Sports they're kind of weighing up their options if they're going to give the Madden license to multiple developers. So of course people automatically thought, 2K could probably pick it up. This is just a big rumor that they're kind of getting sick of, or the NHL, my bad. NHL are kind of getting sick of EA Sports developing this game and how the game has kind of garnered this bad reputation. Not EA Sports. Disney was in a similar situation with Starfield. Oh my God, I'm getting all my stuff mixed up. Sorry, I watched Star Wars. I watched Gamescom earlier. There's a lot of stuff going on in my mind right now. Okay. Star Wars. Disney had the same situation with Electronic Arts developing Star Wars games. The Star Wars Battlefield loot box debacle kind of led that. They didn't like that. NHL starting to feel the same way. They're getting a little itchy feet about EA Sports. So do I think 2K is going to end up with a NFL license? I actually don't think so. I think they're about to re-up for a few more years. And I don't know if you're talking to me, Mikey. You're just kind of.
I was wrong about boxing.
Oh,
I ain't gonna be wrong about this. The EA and NFL will be together again, and
they'll be together.
Bad state of affairs because money talks and bullshit walks. Okay, and so let's 2K from pony up that money. Let's be real here, guys. I know you love 2K and whatever reason why you love it. It does not have the pockets that EA Sports. It's like EA Sports is the fucking Yankees. Okay. And 2K is like the Florida fucking Marlins. They got money, but they ain't got that kind of money. They produce how many games does 2K produce?
But okay, this is the thing. This is the thing with 2K though. They have the backing of Take-Two Interactive, who has GTA, Red Dead Redemption, Borderlands. They probably could afford
the backing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brandon.
But right now, every video game company is strapped for money. Just about this at this point in the industry, we're seeing so much downsizing, including from Take-Two. So I wouldn't expect to see them money up that amount of money for the license, and also having to dedicate so much money to developing a football game, because you can't grab a game off the shelf except for one that from 2 console generations ago is the last time they made a football game. So they would have to develop everything from scratch, the upfront cost would be just so big.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't see it being profitable for them.
I can completely agree with that logic. 2K does not make GTA. Rockstar makes GTA. Take-Two Interactive is their parent company.
And who needs
Is
a
what I meant.
lineup for NFL? What do you mean when you say lineup? You know, like an introduction, like now from North Carolina. You talking about that kind of introduction?
Stop it. Get some help.
Just saying.
Someone said my article gave them hope. Hope
that's
is all
such a
I can
shame.
give, man. Hope is all I can give.
Oh,
There was someone said, okay, I don't know if I believe this. We have to wait for updates because Sony and Microsoft have to test those updates before they release it to us.
that's true.
Is that
That
true?
is true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Really?
Yeah,
They have to
you
approve
have to
the
get
update
approval
first.
to
Yeah.
push an update.
I did not know that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am a video game journalist. I did not know that. Because sometimes updates come out so quick. Like sometimes I remember Starfield having like a very quick update. Like it was like literally launch. People said this, and this, and then it was like an update within like a few hours. So I'm like, did Sony or did Mike? Well, it was probably only Microsoft. So it's like, did
That's still
Microsoft
no
test
excuse,
that
though.
quick? Wow.
There's still no excuse.
No.
They
I'm
shouldn't put out a game that's
Also-
shit.
Starfield been out for like when it actually launched, like reviewers had it for like 2 weeks and been recording those during that
Yeah.
time. So I figured they had already gotten all of those taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah. Unless
I
you're
would say
like
no
a-
sports game.
Yeah, no sports games. It actually, you might be kind of right because even some of the indie games now are just
Elden Rings came out fire. I don't even play that shit.
besides tweaks,
Yeah.
Elden Ring
Tweaks are
probably.
tweaks. There's a difference between having a tweak, right, and
Yeah.
having a shit showing. Like if EA was a movie, it would have bombed in the box office
Yeah.
first week and fans' opinions. You know what I'm saying? If it had a Rotten Tomato score, and that's just why most fans hate it in the first place because it's year after year after year. It's so many people who are indifferent on it,
Mm-hmm.
right, and or have their own agendas for it. It just doesn't seem to, equate to fans because again, you can't never gonna make everybody happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people want this,
Yeah.
they want this, they want that. When you look at face scans, most face scans I've ever seen in a Madden game ever. Like when their helmets are off, I know who that player is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it has that. So I mean, there's not much the game is missing from a look. So you tell me all these years we didn't have presentation, but we had games because last year was pretty damn good football game. Okay, it really was.
The make or
But I
break.
lost all of that to gain presentation. Well, fuck the presentation. Give me my game back.
Mhm.
At this point, do what you all say it is anyway. What you're on. Copy and paste this shit and just give me an updated. Give me an updated roster and make the game every 2-3 years. Point blank, let's just update the rosters, and that way you don't get such these bad ratings. 2K the same way. Y'all can sit here and spit all that hot fire bullshit about 2K. You want to? It's a shit game every year. And I still buy it and play it for 80,000 hours, but it's a shit game. They don't pay. See, they don't pay us. At least they don't pay me anyway. But I'm a below the line budget person. So
Yeah. Of course, man. Man, Uncle Mike's always speaking facts, man.
Uncle Mike needs that PlayStation money, y'all. So y'all can subscribe, donate it to donation. I'm only $460 away.
With their gameplay recently.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. But here's the thing: in fairness with 2K, I personally think 2K game. I'm sorry, I'm watching Little League World Series. Lake Mary is up the street from my house, so I'm that just happened. But 2K from a versus mode. So that's the problem with 2K. That y'all don't play the game like it's meant to be played anymore. 2K is not made for fucking my player. It's made for my team versus your team. And that game and that instance is a really good basketball game. You go to verse mode, it's very, very few flaws. The game becomes shit when you got people want to have their mind players and you got this guy, demigod. When you have a fucking 7-foot guy, or I'm sorry, you have a 6'8" center that can shoot, block, defend, dunk. That's bullshit. Draymond Green is 6'8". He can't do that shit. Draymond Green can't shoot a fucking 3. He can defend.
I've always said with NBA 2K is just the shell of it. like I know it's a lot different now, but with the shell of NBA 2K, everything they have, I wish they would bring all of it to games like EAFC. Like I want icons and stuff. Like I want legendary teams. I want to be able to play in different eras. Like that's crazy to me that you can do that in like franchise mode or dynasty mode, whatever they do. My team, my career, whatever they do, all that. They have a whole city in my player. That's bananas to have in a sports
Nobody asked
game.
for that shit.
Yeah, but that is still so much time and care that the developers did eventually put into that game.
Some fuckers put RoboCop in the game pretty much. They put shit in 2K you don't even fucking need. Who needs a fucking pogo stick to get around the goddamn park?
But that shit is cool though.
It's cool
That
for
shit is
nerds who
cool.
don't get no pussy. Oh, I'm sorry, mama.
I understand that like the game needs different things in other areas, and there was a point where I was like, oh my god, when it comes to career mode, 2K is really the most advanced, the most like meatiest. Like it's crazy how it is. It is literally the metaverse for basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And they got rid of draft champs with that, which I hate.
Yeah.
By the way.
Well, I mean, and that's what
Unless they play
EAFC
that
is
mode.
doing this year. Is now you're going to be able to kind of play with icons. Like I would love to play with 08 Manchester United Ronaldo player career. That would just be that's a 2K idea.
We are City.
Hold on, dude, can I mute you? I can remove him from stage. Okay, so just to get away from the cities, and I'm about to do my Coda City Football podcast right after this.
Just bring it, bitch!
You're already getting me hyped up for that. All right, we do that, by the way, on
What?
our StreamYard.
You doing what next?
Our football podcast, our footy podcast. Yeah,
all right.
And it's all we do it on StreamYard, on the StreamYard.
Cool.
Not live, of course. We just record it on the StreamYard. MLB The Show needs to start the day mode.
MLB The Show suck too.
Oh, start today. I think that's what he means. Start today, like 2K has, where you can during the NBA season, you can start from like that day in the season. The show doesn't have that still.
Nobody. What do you mean? What is it? Explain.
Like in 2K, if you're in my NBA and we're like in March, you can start on my NBA in March with all of the results that have already happened through that season.
But what these games need to do is not
and
come
even
out
in Madden, you can do that.
EAFC is doing that now.
They need to not come out so fucking early. That's the problem. Let's just be real. You're getting a college football game a month before college football starts. You're getting a Madden football game a month before the season starts. That's the problem. Because then when the season starts, when NFL starts, Matt will give you the greatest update there is. You get the updated rosters, you get the shit fixed, right? College football. I think, they did a big update and did an update again yesterday. You know what I mean? Another big, massive update for that game. It's just, I think fans, even though they want their games yearly, it's like a TV show.
Yeah.
Just what we have learned with TV shows. We can go to Netflix and binge watch them. Game of Thrones, how 2 years for they come back on. And what happens when they come? Game of Thrones, House of Dragons was off for 2 years. They're near 3 years. It came back on and still went through the roof with numbers. Fans are not as stupid developers as you think we are. We don't mind waiting. We don't want to wait. But if we have to wait to get a fucking good game, then that's what we'll do. What's worse? Put out a game that's too not ready and hear us talk like this. And it's not just us, it's millions of people. And I'm one of your loyalists. Or just put the game out when it's ready to be come out and it's done right. Listen, for much as I made fun of that boxing game, at least
Undisputed.
they did it right.
Yeah.
We're gonna put it out here as a beta tester for PC only.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have it out. It's not a full blood. That's what it was, right? It's not a full game. And then boom, now it's getting itself ready for an October release for console. And I bet you that game probably better than all the shit we just got finished playing.
Would you rather have the game come out a month early or a month late?
A month late for me.
EAFC comes out a month late when the Premier League season starts.
A month late. I mean, what am I gonna do? I mean, 2K the same way. 2K is coming out on September 5th. The fucking season doesn't start to fucking Halloween.
Yeah.
Man,
season doesn't start till Halloween, but 2K comes out September 5th.
Okay, so here's a model for you. So what if instead of coming out yearly, Madden every year gets
I said that. Give an updated roster.
Yeah, just do an
Just-
updated, like
yeah,
what
just-
Pez did a
Yeah,
while
just
back.
do an
So
updated
just do an
roster.
updated roster.
That's
yeah.
all, and people will be fine because we want it. That's the whole thing. Is that, and I said this on many occasions about when it comes to anything, guys. As long as we keep spending money, we're gonna keep doing this shit. So unless we all decide to take, and the problem is that we're not gonna do it. You know what I mean? You're gonna still go spend it. You're still gonna go buy it. I miss those midnight releases when everybody was at the store buying those games. You know what happened back in those days? Them fucking games were better than they are now.
Yeah.
Now that we got this instant gratification, downloaded early, nigga, motherfuckers live in Brazil or New Zealand. Yeah, I caught myself at a Jey Uso moment.
There was another wrestler that, well, he said it, but yeah.
No, Roman Reigns actually said it. Like on SmackDown. I don't know if y'all ever caught that. He said it before. He said, nah. So that's all. Like, I'm serious. As gamers, yo, I think we deserve more, and it takes us to have some intertesticular fortitude to just say, you know what, developers, we're not going to buy your game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But that's never going to happen because you got people who this is their only life and their only source of having a life.
The problem is that sports games have too big of a casual audience. It just goes beyond. Like, more people have probably played Madden than, I was gonna say Skyrim, but probably like The Witcher. More people have played Madden than The Witcher.
You know how bad these games is? I seen a report, and I wasn't sure if it was real, but I'm not that much of a nerd taking through these stuff. But I did after I saw the post and looked at research. If you go to Twitch, 2K in the last month has still had more people watching and playing 2K than Madden and college football combined.
Wow. Well, it's an established game that's already out because you're talking about 2K24, right?
Yeah. But out being established now, we're talking about two games. We're talking about a game that didn't come out for 10 years, right? And we got a game that it's out now and Madden that I'm sitting here wearing a fucking Eagles jersey. I'm all hype. I'm like, yeah, got my my substances next to me. You know what I'm saying? Got my munchie, got my music playing. My wife got something sexy on waiting to come in the back. Like, Jay, just get done, baby, and come get this. And I'm in here getting my ass beat. Only person I can beat is my man Dominic. That's the only guy I can beat right there.
Dominic.
His ass.
Wukong does look awesome. You guys love Wukong, man. So many people are so hyped for that game.
I've heard a lot of people have been liking it so far.
Yeah. So, it did come out today, didn't it? Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't really jump onto that. Right. I'm
like
for the Star Wars game.
Concurrent players.
Wow. Yeah.
On Steam, just on Steam.
That's what's up. I'm excited for Star Wars Outlaws. I think I'm
drop one of them donations and we might check you out.
Hold on.
I told you the thoughts and opinions of the show does not belong to Sports Gamers Online. Belongs solely to Mike Knox, who has his own show called The Mike Knox Show. If you're a wrestling fan, right here on YouTube, go ahead and follow us, subscribe. Don't turn that game on.
By the way, shout out my friend Franchise Gaming FG, awesome guy. Thank you for tuning in, man.
Yes, you dude. Okay. All right.
And I'll be off of here in 30 minutes and I'll bust that ass again. Bring them cow pitches on.
Let's talk about the college. Man, that was almost 40 minutes on Madden. Let's talk about a little bit more on college football.
It's talking you hate a game.
Yeah, it is. When you're just mad, negativity, right? Negativity really be fueling people. College football has had its massive update. Brandon did the article on this. It's still having a lot of issues, especially in dynasty mode. Brandon, do you remember anything from that article? And what's going on with college football?
So when they initially put out the update, it fixed a lot of things. It fixed, it tried to tune pursuit angles, fixed some things with the visit bug for recruiting in Dynasty, fixed the college football playoff rankings and such. All of that got fixed. But two big issues came up. One, you would basically, if you simulated in Super Sim and you went to like play options and you did like play key moments, play only offense, play only defense, the score bug would disappear. Second, if you went into your schemes and playbooks and changed your scheme or your playbook through that menu, the ratings of all of your players would adjust based off the scheme instead of saying how they're supposed to. And then the last thing was trying to remember what it was when you got to the change position part of the offseason, the freshmen, who are the people you actually need to change their position, wouldn't show up. But it got fixed for online dynasties like the next day. And then actually earlier today, it had another update that fixed it for offline. So all of those issues should be fixed now.
So just about fixed, yeah. But Mike, do you still think the game is trash?
Not as much trash. I mean, but in fairness, I haven't played it as much as I have since Madden come out.
Yeah.
Right. So to me, I did thought the update because it made it a little bit slower. The defensive pursuits became better. So it became an overall, but the tackling, which was a really big problem, became better. So I thought it did become a better game. It's still a fun game. We just haven't had college for a while. And one comment here, when it comes to Madden, I mean, helmets, huh? Flags, huh?
My man got a whole list.
Shoes, realistic half. I get it. You know what? Here's the thing. I give you that, but I don't need that. And they give you a halftime show. Right? Camera angles are different. There's times you hike the ball, you come out of the huddle, it shows a whole different camera angle before it comes up there. But I mean, certain things you're not going to ever change because if it's not broke, don't fix it. Okay? I don't need to see damn cheerleaders on the field. Have you seen the cheerleaders in college football? They're all ugly as hell. So I don't need to see more ugly cheerleaders. That's not a big thing in the NFL, cheerleaders, unless you're the Dallas Cowboys fans. Right? Nobody cares about cheerleaders in the NFL. They're just there for people to look at because they're bored when there's nothing going on in the field. Look at that tramp, or yamp,
Goodness.
or somebody's mama. Sorry. But overall, college is a good shit. I almost say good game. It's a better game.
It's a better game. Okay,
it's
good.
A better game.
Good. I mean, I'm not good at it at all, so I only play roller goaler myself, and
I've
I've been having a great play.
I know I suck, but Brandon caught me with a broken game. Play me now, sucker.
Oh wow.
You wish.
See, I wish you played me. Not really. You can hold that until next year. I beat you then. I can hold it for a year. I don't hold grudges. I just remember.
So Mike, are you looking forward to the to
Absolutely.
Undisputed? I can't wait to hear what Mike has to say about Undisputed because he still hasn't played it yet. I think I'm the only one here on this panel that's played it.
I have played Undisputed. What are you talking about?
You have?
I told you I bought the whole thing on stream. It's Steam. It's the reason why I bought a PC, but I had to go get extra memory.
Okay.
For it. I told you I bought it and it kept crashing on me, so I got mad. So
okay.
I wasn't impressed with it.
Okay, actually playing it because I got to actually play it.
So they gave me my money back, so I'm ready for it. But I wanted the console release in the first place. Remember, that was my biggest issue. I'm not a PC gamer, even though I have a PC and all these screens around here. I don't know why. This is for podcasting purposes more than gaming purposes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So no, I'm waiting for that game, and it needs to come out. And I predict it's going to be better than Madden, and that's a shame. Again, Madden, EA, if you're listening to me, I've been your biggest supporter. There's times I would just light up, roll up, put ice in the glass, good bourbon too. Tell somebody to sit back and relax. We're going to play Madden for about 14 hours. There's a point in time I used to take I can't lie. I'm not lying when I say this, hand to God. I used to take a whole week off of work. My vacation used to be set up around Madden football because it always came around on my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad I'm 49 years old now and I didn't do that shit this year because I want my money back.
Make sure we're into that point of the stream now. Make sure you guys get your viewer questions in, of course. Make sure you guys subscribe to Sports Gamers Online. We're gonna get through some other topical news.
That's my opinion too. I think it has potential. It's just the defense. You can't play a game that doesn't have defense. But there was big news that came out about 2K this week. They got the girls in the park and the WNBA life. The WNBA is now going to have a whole new immersive season and then story mode like your My Player is in the males version of 2K.
Yeah,
25.
that's right. Yeah, that's
press
right.
conferences, having 3-on-3 in the park. You can actually take a woman to the park now and play with her. You know what I mean? What I want to know is that if I make a center, will I be able to dunk if I make a Brittany Griner kind of build, or will she have to still do a layup? You know what I mean? Yeah,
That
absolutely.
yeah, I
Certified.
wouldn't do
It
that
ain't trash. It might be trash, but it ain't trash.
too. Yeah.
So,
Oh my god.
that's my main Z, y'all. Make sure y'all check him out. That's my producer. Helps me hold it down. He also hosts the SmackDown review show every Saturday on
Hey.
on our channel at 12 o'clock on Saturdays.
I always miss
Cheap pop, but
SmackDown,
it's not
man.
gonna be paid for that shit. So go ahead, Kurt.
No, I say I always miss SmackDown. That's the show I always miss. I always catch Monday Night Raw, but I miss SmackDown.
But do you catch the Mike Knox show? That's the most important thing.
You know what's funny is I catch it most times and I'll watch it for about 15 minutes and then I put in a comment and then you never say anything about my comment. So
Oh, see
you're
that?
making me mad.
That's his Z is silent. That's his fault. I don't do my own comments. When I do, he
Hey,
shows
if you
himself the controller.
Silent, if you see my name, Curtis Russell, pop up, you read mine.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't
You
ever
put
see
in good
comments
questions.
on Facebook or on YouTube.
I think I've done it on Facebook and on YouTube.
I think that's the problem. I think the Facebook comments don't come across for whatever reason with their new update they've done with StreamYard as much as it does on YouTube and everywhere else. So if you can, honestly, watch me on YouTube.
I've held on
where
to
the
this
money's
question.
coming from.
I've held on to this question, by the way, and I'm going to ask you it
What
now.
question? I'm sorry.
How lit is it that Braun Breaker is the IC champion?
It's more lit right now that my man Bronson Reed is the greatest giant in wrestling right
now. Cool. No, it was around the time where he first won it, and I was like, oh my god, he actually really deserved it.
I did love it. You know what's happening? It's like we were saying last night. That man talks like his uncle and wrestles like his daddy. It's the funniest.
I think after he beat Dragon off the way he did, I was like, yeah, here he comes.
Yeah, he's the future. I think he's the future of WWE.
He got and he's decent on the mic. He ain't cold, but he's decent.
You don't have to be great. Roman wasn't great at first. Look at him now. He's the greatest of all time.
He's
so
right behind Cody. Yeah. No, I'm just
Cody? Who's Cody? He doesn't even main event his own show. What are you talking about? Cody.
Hey, let's talk about some. Hey, NHL. We finally get NHL out of nowhere, and it's EA's fault.
Yeah.
It's EA's fault. Earlier when I woke up this morning, I couldn't believe what I was reading. So Mike Straw, not Mike Knox, Mike Straw, who used to work here on Sports Gamers Online, he actually caught this. EA Sports is so ghetto. They uploaded the trailer for NHL 25.
The trailer for it?
There's about to be.
Okay.
It's supposed to come out Thursday. They uploaded this trailer, was supposed to keep it private, scheduled it for Thursday, but they ended up unlisting it by accident. So a lot of people got to see the trailer kind of early, and then they found out, oh my god, our stuff's getting leaked, and they removed it.
Wow.
What we got from the NHL 25? Yes, Steven Brown, is about that time. NHL 25 news is that the Hughes brothers are going to be on the cover. They're doing something different in terms of the gameplay.
Connor McDavid and not on the cover is stupid. The fuck? Am I wrong?
Maybe.
I mean,
no,
I'm a black guy, but
yeah,
Connor McDavid's the greatest player in hockey right now. I get his team can't win the Stanley fucking Cup. You know what I mean? But hey, they tried to battle back. You know what I mean?
At least a couple, hasn't he?
Huh? No, he's
been on it at least.
They were in the finals, but they lost to Florida.
Yeah.
They almost got swept and they won 2 in a row. They pushed it to game 7, and then they failed.
Yeah. Well, I was so dumb. I was like, what about Nathan McKinnon? But he was on last year, so it's okay. Or not last year, but the year before that, or whatever. One of these years. Yeah. Yeah, and then they're doing more with the gameplay. There's like a brand new, they're kind of doing the hypermotion thing. They have this brand new IQ kind of thing. All this stuff. 250 new animations that are coming to the game. I can't wait to hear more about the world of Shell. I think Shell is a cool game mode. It's kind of like Pro Clubs a little bit for the EAFC kind of stuff. And it's cool, man. All the new styles that they're having, all the new clothing options that they keep throwing into it every year. I know some people are getting a little tired of NHL with some of the sameness in the modes and stuff like that. But when in terms of Madden, Madden being compared to Madden,
don't fix it.
It's good. It's a lot better than what we've seen. So Thursday, official reveal of NHL. I'll probably do the article on that, but we need to find like a hockey person. I don't think me and Brandon are both the hockey people here. He's like, nah.
I'm sorry. Do
I-
I watch more? Do I watch more hockey than y'all?
I watch playoffs.
Man, I watch
Same.
any
I'll
hockey.
watch the playoffs.
I watch every sport except for golf because golf's not a sport. It's a hell of a game that I suck at, and I can walk 100 yards to my golf course on the 12th hole, but I don't play it.
You must hate the
Game.
game, Mike, because there's so many sports in the Olympics that are actually sports that I feel like you wouldn't call sports.
I watched the hell out of the Olympics this past year. I did.
What
Why
about
the hell is breakdancing a sport? No one knows. Rerun and Ozone is looking down in heaven like, what the hell?
franchise gaming? Golf is a sport. He's just bad at golf.
No, I suck at it, but it's not a sport. It's a game. You know why it's not a sport? It's like pool. You're playing against yourself in golf. You're playing against yourself in the field. A sport to me is one-on-one competition. Me, mano a mano. To me, that's just my opinion. That's a sport. Me playing. If you're great at golf or you having a good game, oh, he had a better game, so he technically beat you, but you're not, to me, you're not playing against each other. You're just
Do you think
both out there
esports? Do you think
doing a lot of walking.
esports is a sport?
Do I think? Fuck no. The fat ass is sitting down. Fuck esport ain't a damn sport. I'm offended by the fucking term esport. I've been playing video games for 41 years. Now it's a sport.
Thanks, Silent. I'll know next time. But if you're like the tech guy,
But again, I
need
do
to
suck
see-
at
I
it
need to
though.
see it.
So,
Oh yeah, they do, and it's 1v1 in the Riders Cup. That is true.
I do fuck with the Riders Cup though. I can't lie. That's because I'm like pro-American when it comes to stuff like that. Like I hated
So-
I hated Lennox Lewis for so many years because he just wasn't an American fighter.
So in Nintendo Switch Sports, they have golf, so it shouldn't be in Nintendo Switch Sports, is what you're saying.
Okay, so and that you're gonna go there.
Golf,
What's next?
saying golf is
Competitive cheerleading's a sport too, right?
good.
Hold on, my daughter didn't hear me say that. All right, that's not a sport.
What about rock climbing?
Fuck no, you dumbass.
Skateboarding?
No, skateboard's not a sport. Skateboarding was for people who got
It's
high
an inline
and didn't want to
sport.
walk. No,
No.
skateboarding ain't a sport.
It has a goat too.
It's not a sport. What is a sport? A sport?
What the
Skateboarding.
hell
I
you
can,
mean?
I can do a bunny hop
The hell
better
do
than
you
you.
mean?
I can do
Skateboarding
a
is
rail
a
trick
sport.
better than you. That's a sport. You know,
Yes, there's
you know what I mean?
competitions
You
and
know what?
everything.
I'm sorry. You guys must like pickleball. Pickleball was made for people.
I am good. I am amazing. Hold on.
You know why?
All right.
Because you couldn't play fucking tennis. That's why. Pickleball for people who you know what? You think wiffle ball is great because you couldn't play baseball too.
Yes, pickleball is a sport. I am great at the sport too. That's crazy. Yes, pickleball is a fucking sport.
Pickleball is not a sport. It's for
Yes,
people who
it
couldn't play a
is.
real sport. Play tennis. That's a
No.
fucking sport.
No,
Why would you play pickleball over tennis? It's the same
pickleball
shit.
is faster. It's faster and it's
It's
more
faster
hand-eye
than tennis?
coordination. Yes, it's faster than tennis, especially when you get in the kitchen. Yeah.
You did it. I'm gonna do it. But I
There's
got
a
no boxer,
great
so I ain't gonna
old-
do that. Right?
Scene from George Carlin about this. Basically, the only real sports are baseball, basketball, and football, and everything else is just a game or an activity.
First of all, Peter Thompson, you watch your damn mouth,
Look at him.
okay? Because Greco-Roman is a sport. Wrestling is a sport, and that's why you know what? The WWE is not a sport. It's called sports entertainment. So
It's theater.
therefore,
It's theater. Yeah.
Mhm.
What about bass fishing?
what about
Yes.
what? Is bass fishing a sport? No, that
But-
shit's
but-
not a sport.
Yes, it is.
It's not fair.
Kevin
Brandon's
said
from
that
Arkansas. Of
the
course,
best
they would call it a
pro
sport.
fisherman ever, and I will not have him slandered.
I respect him though. I respect anybody who's good at anything.
Okay, let me
like
just
that.
sit here and wait for this motherfucker to catch it. I'm just gonna sit here, play some Chris Stapleton,
Luke Bryan.
some Jelly Roll. I love his story though, not his music, but I love his story. But ooh,
I respect him, Brandon. If he's the Jordan of bass
bass
pro
fishing is not a
fishing,
damn sport,
That's what's
yo.
up. That's what's up. I respect anybody that's good at anything, and they're the good at anything. I don't know. I guess they're having their own
He
little.
does say everything is trash, though. That's so true. I was like, yo, you see Bel Air trash. And that's one of my best friends, Joe. I'll
The
be like,
kids call
trash.
it mid.
I
The kids are
I
calling
go,
everything
or he
mid.
calls it me. I just be like, I don't even. Sometimes I try my best not to even ask him what he thinks, so I know the answer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I don't even say nothing to him. But no,
The-
bass fishing ain't a sport. I ain't gonna let that one go.
The
I'm
The
gonna call
thing-
cheerleading a sport before I call bass fishing a sport.
the thing about saying things are mid is usually just like it's middle of the middle of the road. Like it's okay.
I named the
it's
wrong
okay.
show, but you do.
Yeah. Like kids are like mid as in it's trash.
I hate
Like,
that term personally.
I don't like it
Everything's
either.
fucking mid or
Right.
cap.
Like-
That's why I keep with the shit. Why can't shit just be homegrown? You know, certain shit's just worse than mid. You know, if you ever smoked all levels of marijuana, mid is mid because it ain't too bad. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
It's better than trash.
Yeah.
So
I don't use it that way though. The Z is
Oh, yeah.
silent. He's
oh yeah, I've said it. And you
Yeah, we know.
Remember I was saying my friend was getting mad. I was talking about he that was him. I don't know, his ear must have been burning. But I literally said where he was like, dude, you're getting on my nerves. Like, I was like, I hate this Madden so far. You know what I mean? It is a fucking trash game.
before we head off,
away.
because we got 5 minutes, I forgot there's another bit of news. Hopefully Brandon gets on this because I still haven't done anything on it. It's Backyard Sports returns.
Ooh.
A lot of people super
Ooh.
excited about it because
Oh yeah.
I'd rather have Def
memories
Jam
of it.
Vendetta back.
But yeah, people. Are you sure?
NBA, I'd rather have NBA Street back.
Are you sure?
I don't need backyard football. Who plays back? I got Madden.
Oh,
In college football. What fucking care about backyard? I've never liked those. If I'm a 7-year-old, then I want backyard football. But ain't no, you know what I mean? And again, there's different levels of gamers. They really are. There's gamers who I respect, y'all, who play retro games, and I do. And I'm not saying it to be. I'm not. But they say no cap, right? I'm dead ass. I wish I can go back and play like Shinobi. You know what I mean? I wish I can go back and play Ninja Gaiden. I wish I can go back and play games like Paperboy and things like that. I don't have the capacity. Once things elevate, I can't go backwards.
Look, Brandon's looking at you like he wants to be.
Look at it, man. People start pulling out your own damn stuff on you. You know it's bad. So you know what you need?
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm gonna use that, by the way, for cul-de-sac football. When
Actually, I'm
somebody
gonna remove it right now so you can't have it.
No. Somebody says, yeah. I met a Manchester City fan today. I wanted to do that.
I told you I only say that because of you, and one of my friends is a Man City fan.
Yeah,
I know nothing. I told you if I had to choose, it would be the Three Kings, the Three Lions. I mean,
Yeah, it'd be
with
England.
Rooney and them. I would pick that because as a Leo, I like the Lions, and red's my favorite color. So that's how I would. When I was playing it outside of the United States, is where I would go with them. But I know nothing about footy, absolutely nothing at all. And America turned me off for footy when we were in the World Cup, I think 8 years ago, maybe longer than that, maybe 12 years ago.
If you could tell me, I could tell you.
And everybody was cheering for Brazil over America, and that shit pissed me off. It was like, you do know you're
that's an
American.
American
Same
thing.
thing like when everybody was like, oh, I'm going for Usain Bolt. Like, I'm sorry. He's racing against Americans. What the fuck you mean? Are you from Jamaica? So why are you cheering for Usain Bolt over your country? You motherfuckers don't have no loyalty no more in this world.
Yeah.
Like you live in Cleveland, but you're a damn Dodger fan.
You saying me? I
You
don't
don't live in LA.
I don't know. I don't live in
Exactly, that's my
California
point.
anymore. No,
That's
but I
my
don't live
point.
in
Did you used to live there though?
Cleveland. What'd you say?
You used to live in LA?
I didn't live in LA. No, I was born and raised in
But you're
California.
in
though,
California,
Southern
though?
California.
Okay, now shut the
I was
fuck up.
born and raised in Southern California. Like,
See,
hello.
look, I shut the fuck up. My bad. I sound like all this time I'm an idiot. But you know what I'm trying to say? It'd be people who'd be like, living like Dallas, right? You should automatically like
and
the
they're
Cowboys.
Chiefs fans. And
And they'd be like, I'm a Chiefs fan. What the fuck you mean? You're a
It don't
Chiefs
make
fan?
no
You're the
sense.
Dallas Cowboys, right? America's team. One of the greatest things I've ever heard in my life. You know why they had a hole in the roof at Dallas Stadium back in the day? So God can see his team play on Sunday. I hated that term, but that's a dope ass thing to say.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
to be fair, there is franchises that just garner a whole bunch of fans from all over the world. Like Brandon is from
Mhm.
where he's from, but he likes the Yankees. I mean, the Yankees have him.
Yeah, of course,
A brother from the
Arkansas
Philippines.
pro sports, so we
Yeah,
don't
they
have
ain't
any
got
teams.
Your pro team is the school.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, though. That makes a lot of sense.
Huh? Leo like the lion is crazy.
Is that a game?
Well, no, I don't. But
Talking
Leo's
about some.
sign is the lion, though.
He's talking about England, like the actual national team. That's what you're talking
But
about.
it is a lion, though.
Yeah.
Right.
They're called the Three Lions, yeah.
The three lions, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're probably wasting their
No, you're not. You got a whole damn Raiders thing on your thing. What do you mean, Baltimore Raiders fan? Oh, Baltimore Raiders. Okay.
Baltimore Raiders. All right.
Hey, it's okay. I'm an Eagles Bears supporter. It's okay. I'm a Cubs Philly supporter, but I was raised and went to school in both cities.
Yeah.
I'm never cheering for anything other than if I'm not from said city, like my third home where I met my wife is Delaware. So that's my other state when it comes to stuff. People say, well, when I got into NASCAR, I didn't know nothing about NASCAR, right? It's called NASCAR, not NASCoon, but there was Jeff Gordon. So I cheered for Jeff Gordon because he was from, he was DuPont's driver who ran Delaware. You know what I mean? So
let's go.
Brandon's like, oh my God. It is late. Y'all have another show that's about to start.
Is it. This is it, man. Hey, appreciate you guys coming back to the SGO Press Pass. My name is Curtis Russell. You can follow me on X at Cali from the Dojo. I'm talking about stuff from Gamescom. You can also catch me on Cul-de-sac Football talking about Manchester United news and Chelsea news, everything around the Premier League. Go ahead and plug yourself in, Mike.
I think I've done that like 18 times this show.
Also the Soul Dojo for me too.
The Mike Knox Show everywhere, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Please like, follow, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subs on the Mike Knox channel. If you're a wrestling fan, please subscribe. Also, my network, Unpopular Review. We have wrestling Unpopular Review. We have Unpopular Review Entertainment as well. If you're a wrestling fan, Raw review just went off. NXT reviews coming up next, and then tomorrow night on Unpopular Review Entertainment, or tonight on Unpopular Review Entertainment, I think they're reviewing the Crisis of Infamous Earth, Justice League. Right now as well. So just check us all out there. Probably you're going to be here. We're not actually, as my friend would say, we're not actually for TV dinners, all that kind of good stuff. Just simple like and a subscribe. Don't cost you nothing.
Yeah. So we cannot read out your chat when you go into the chat.
Oh, stop.
On YouTube.
I've seen them twice, y'all, in 3 years. Facts. But
And Brandon, for you. You can follow me on X at bsatterwhite18. Also, make sure you check us out on twitch.tv/sportsgamersonline. Streams should be back this weekend. So hopefully internet gets hooked up this weekend and I'm able to stream.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Sports Gamers Online YouTube channel and check us out at sportsgamersonline.com. We'll check you guys later, all right?
Peace.